Immerse yourself in this experience. Imagine that today, while walking down the street, a man recognizes you and hands you a check for $5 million. So you would go to the bank to deposit it. The bank would say that you could only withdraw it in 10 days because it's a large check and would be processing. So in the following days, you would be walking around with this high level of abundant energy. You would feel the wealth, the abundance, the happiness, everything within your reach with this continuous animation. As a result of living with this energy, you would attract all kinds of experiences that are on the same abundant and exhilarating frequency, even if you didn't have the money to spend yet. You would be walking around knowing that you were going to get $5 million freaking dollars, but nothing had truly changed. You had just allowed yourself to feel these positive emotions and projections. Now, I want you to go within yourself and manifest with faith any goal you have for it to come true, and express your gratitude in the comments as you watch this video. The more of this energy you integrate into your daily life, the more Gravitas, which I will explain throughout this video, will be altering your reality. You need to allow yourself to feel that you deserve what is meant for you. Your limits in your mind were created, not by a specific thought, but by habitual thinking and social conditioning. Think of this energy as an accessible power, and by accessing its frequency, things change. However, this frequency is blocked for many people, and you will discover how to unlock it in this video. Think deeply about this word, money. How do you feel? What do you think about it? This changes everything, and sharpening our perception of it is the first step. When it comes to money, some people believe it makes the world go round, while others think it's the root of all evil. However, you see, money and the accumulation of wealth have always been the subject of a myriad of personal judgments and projections, and these form the reality as we know. For many people, there's nothing spiritual about money. In this video, I want to prove you wrong. Money often seems like a taboo subject because of fear, culture, and power dynamics. No wonder why so many people have limiting beliefs or blocks when it comes to the monetary aspect of life. These blocks can be so deep in our psyche that they're hard to detect. In fact, there are people out there who have been manifesting and using the law of attraction and assumption for months or years and still haven't achieved the desired abundance. This happens for various reasons. The main reason they haven't achieved it yet is that unknowingly, they're thwarting their own success and intentions. Until we make the unconscious conscious and transform our perception, little can change. Until we apply inspired actions aligned with the frequency of abundance, we are doomed to failure. This goes beyond. It is more than what meets the eye. It is vibrational, psychological, and metaphysical. In your awareness, you may think you believe in something, but deep within you may have another belief installed. We may have limiting beliefs about everything in our lives, but beliefs about money tend to be one of the biggest troublemakers. In this video, I'll show you why money is related to the spirit and how we can perceive it magically, altering our perception and tuning our spirit to the frequency of abundance. So be with me. Your perception is about to be transformed forever. Money reveals how our consciousness interacts with reality. Often we say that money is power, but that's not entirely true, nor it's entirely false. Think about it. What money is depends on who is perceiving it. For some, money is the root of evil. For others, money is freedom. Perhaps for you, it's security or success. But why? Objectively, money is nothing more than printed paper, but it is perceived as each of these things and even more, depending on what it represents to each one of us. And why does it have so much influence on the spiritual plane? Because perception is created through the faith that money can fulfill our desires. And that's a crucial shared belief with profound consequences. So we desire money. It's what collectively we believe makes money so valuable. If we desired nothing, would that be the value of money? Probably, but we are hardwired to desire. Some people become slaves to it, others become free with it, and others hate it. The value of money comes from all the resources and energy that people are willing to expend to obtain it. In the end, money is also a form of energy, and it represents very well the human will, but a very specific will, the will to prosper and flourish. It is an internal and ideal force that animates our movement in matter. That's what money symbolizes. It's that crystallized will. And what is this force that so animates and moves us? To answer that, we need to turn to spirituality to respond. Pure reason is limited for this. Keep in mind that anima is the Latin word for soul. In Genesis 2:7, God creates Adam by breathing life into him. This is how he animates his creation. This is how he gives a soul. The word used for breath in the Old Testament is ruach, and in the New Testament Greek it is pneuma. These words mean spirit and breath. This origin is also shared in the words inspiration and respiration. The biblical scripture tells us that we were created in the image of God. This sets us apart from the other animals because we create just as God does, and we create like God by inspiring and breathing our spirit into our own creations. From spirit to physical reality, some creations are an expression of our shared consciousness. We create money, give it a name, establish its value, and breathe much of our lives into it. Our notion of money can either imprison us or set us free. But above all, it is a chain of psychic energy. Either you bind yourself or flow masterfully in its frequencies. As we condense our willpower, the very idea of money becomes more powerful. It moves minds and matter, it shakes society, and it shapes destinies. And how can we use spirit to transform our financial reality? I've already mentioned that the value perception we have about money is a projection. In modern physics, it's said that when a large amount of matter is concentrated in one place, it distorts space-time. This generates what we call gravity. On the other hand, an idea carries a spirit, and when a significant portion of this spirit is concentrated in one place, it distorts the collective unconscious and generates something we call gravitas. The more gravitas one has, the more these psychic energies lean in that direction. Gravitas is one of the fundamental principles of attraction. The world is neutral, but based on this spirit imbued within us, we reflect onto the world what we are and unconsciously believe. It's about these deep feelings we have and how we project them onto the world, and how they eventually come back to us. Gravitas is the ability of an idea to alter reality. It happens all the time with all kinds of ideas. This is important because we internalize many ideas about money throughout life. We're programmed to believe certain things unconsciously by society and authority figures. Money is the root of all evil. Money is bad. Only certain people are allowed to earn money. You have to work hard to make money. These installed ideas become your spirit, which constantly shape you, being reinforced unconsciously if you are not self-aware. So they transform your experience of reality and ultimately reflect the way that money appears in your life. These beliefs are formed in our experiences and stick with us. For example, if you've lost money in the past, if you've never had enough money and lived with a lot of scarcity in life, those emotions stick with you. Those who have lived and continue to live in this mental state of scarcity often feel that their success will be a stroke of luck. They're waiting for success before feeling empowered, the mystical event before feeling amazing. They expect to be 100% healed to feel gratitude. But that's not how it works. The moment you show gratitude, your healing begins. The moment you feel abundant, you start generating wealth. The moment you feel empowered, you start moving towards success. The moment you feel amazing, you start having mystical experiences. And that is a simple but profound notion that the masses ignore. Instead of creating from lack or separation, you have to create from a sense of wholeness and unity. You have to expand the spectrum of gravitas to create from this energy that attracts abundance into our reality. For a better understanding, these emanations are more evident in individuals. If many people respect, admire, and project importance onto a man, strange things start to happen, almost like magic. Firstly, other people will do the same, knowing exactly why or not. Then their stress levels will decrease and their serotonin will increase. They will produce more testosterone, making them more muscular. Their brain will function better. They will become more confident, focused, and less anxious. They will have more energy. Women will find them more attractive. All of this happens to people who have high status or have achieved a lot of money. People who have had a significant investment of psychic energy. This can also happen when it comes to your psychic energy, concerning this transformative and symbolic role. If you don't believe you can attain it, it loses its gravitational pull and its attraction becomes weak. But if you believe and feel the sense of abundance and power, that gravity becomes stronger. It's a matter of emotions, as they are extremely powerful energies. As we clear our minds and capture the spirit that generates money, we synchronize with channels through which invisible forces flow. These forces use us as conduits to materialize existence on the material plane. Some energies are reciprocal, and others are parasitic. There will always be this psychic ecology. The best thing we can do is to realize, not let ourselves be controlled, and learn to direct this energy in our favor. Have an intentional relationship. Feed those beliefs that build up our spirit and starve those that destroy it. These energies are around us, constantly shaping reality and ourselves. They are right in front of us and inside our own minds. The less we believe in them, the less they manifest for us, and we can see them. This in itself is a limiting belief. Lack of belief in this spiritual power, because the less we can see them, the more vulnerable we become to their power and influence. It's important to remember that you're not the victim of your story. You are the creator with a divine essence within you. Your perception shapes and delimits the reality you experience. The brain is a reflection of all we know. Your current self may have never felt the frequency of abundance, which is why you have to align with your divine essence and gradually reshape your thoughts and emotions so that you feel and act like your ideal self. The reality you consciously desire already exists somewhere in the universe. It needs to be seen and reinforced by you. Changing the symbols you interact with, perceiving the messages that resonate with your soul, and those that repel you from yourself. Money is a powerful energy. You are powerful. You deserve to have money, be happy, and have freedom. You just need to unveil all the veils your mind has built against these concepts. The system is implanting these veils all the time. Just notice. It's necessary to awaken. The attraction of abundance requires a strong signal in this field, intentionality and awareness that alter your perception. Because when you're taught to do the exact opposite, to think of misery and scarcity, it blocks you. But if you can slow down and perceive the space between the trigger and your belief's habitual response, you have power. The act of feeling that abundant spirit flowing through you begins to slow down brain waves, not just slowing them down, but also starts to reprogram the brain, and you begin to synchronize. You see different compartments of the brain that were firing out of order start to resonate and start to communicate. They're subtly synchronizing, and the spirit communicates with them. When a person has their whole brain firing in rhythm, that's a very strong signal you can send to the field. When this signal is strong in this position, what can you create from this space? Clear intention tends to be a very important element we need to have. The more aware of this presented reality, the clearer the intention. With intention and attention, we can make thoughts more real than anything else. One day you'll come to this question: I am abundant, so what do I do? The answer is always the same. You would begin to offer value to others, and that would attract even more in return. I, Maggie, am abundant, and that's why I'm inspired by my mission to liberate through knowledge and transform through perception. And I do this wholeheartedly, creating value and disseminating good energy. This is a process that feeds back on itself. You desire, imagine, feel abundant, and take inspired actions to reach abundance. It's a simple equation, but can be challenging. When there's a vibrational match between your energy and the future you want to experience, it flows like magic. Your intention is powerful, and the process of discovery will be ongoing as you attract. Then come the synchronicities, the coincidences, the opportunities, and they come out of nowhere. And you say, I don't understand. I didn't do anything. Well, you changed your energy. You integrated the spirit of abundance. And then, the other element is a coherent heart. And the heart has a magnetic signature. And the magnetic signature is what draws us into reality. Combine that with clear intention and self-awareness. Now, here's the key. This requires practice, yes, because the person who lives in lack often feels unworthy, insecure, stuck in the past, frustrated, impatient, resentful because nothing is changing outside, because it's taking too long. You need powerful and assertive practices that change your destiny, and you will find that in the Dimensional Mind program, which you can access in the link in the description, with a lot of potential transformations and benefits. What does an abundant person feel? Start by seeking to feel these things. Write in the comments the sublime feeling of how you would feel if your ideal future happened, and imagine that feeling in your experience before it happens. Absorb this concept and apply it to your perception. In the next video, we'll discuss how to do this practically in an abundance journal. Thank you for watching this far. Consider trying the practice in the Members tab, and remember, freedom through knowledge and transformation through perception.